Greetings of the day, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Policy to Practice podcast, powered by Center for Development Policy and Practice. Myself, Ablaz Mohammed Schemnad, and with us we have renowned journalist Mr. Pankaj Pachauri. Welcome, sir, and good to have you here. Before we start off with the questions, sir, how would you like to, identify yourself as? How would you like?
I'm Pankaj Pachauri. I am a journalist. I've worked in journalism for about 40 years.
Right.
And after 28 years in journalism, I went into direct action, which was like I became the media advisor to the Prime Minister's office.
Interesting.
And then after that, I launched my own digital news platform.
Right.
And now I teach and train communication and media at different organizations and institutions across the country.
Interesting, sir. So you have been in this field for more than 20, 25, 30 years. So how have you seen it evolving with the perspective of technology getting intervened in the media space?
What technology has done to journalism is that earlier there used to be journalists, there used to be a camera person, a reporter, an editor.
Right.
Now everyone who has a smartphone has become everything together.
Okay.
So people can shoot on their cameras, they can turn it into reels, and they can publish.
Correct,
so they
correct.
don't need a platform. So that's how journalism is now totally changed.
Right.
Because the technology has become cheaper. Now this microphone which you are using today
Right.
is easily accessible.
Correct.
And it's pretty inexpensive.
Right.
In my time when we launched our platform, every mic like this would cost us about 25,000 rupees.
Oh, that's
so it used to be a very capital intensive business. Now
Correct.
it's become cheaper. But with that, what has happened is that the editorial balance and the editorial quality
Right.
of journalism has also suffered.
Also
Because
suffered.
all the people who are making reels or making YouTube videos, they are not trained
Right.
as journalists.
Correct.
So the training of journalists they don't have. So they don't have the basics of journalism. What is journalism? Journalism is basically information. So they think that all information is news. All information is
Right.
not news. News is information which has gone through some filter, which has gone through some contextualization,
Right.
which has gone through a fact check.
Right.
Then it becomes news.
Correct.
Right now, what we are seeing is that all information is being paraded and put on platform as news,
Okay.
which is not the case.
Insightful answer, sir. Also, sir, from your answer, I could decipher that accessibility has increased, whereas the professionalism, if I have to use that word, has reduced. And also, in this age of artificial intelligence as well, there has been difficulties with
Yes. Absolutely.
these deep fakes,
Yeah.
misinformation. And how do you think government should address these questions?
These are not the issues which governments can address,
Right.
because nothing is in the hands of the government.
Right.
Like if you ask, say the government of India, what they can do about deep fakes and misinformation on different platforms,
Right.
the government can only it can't even ban those platforms.
Sure.
Because their footprint is across the world.
Correct, correct.
If you can't access something, you can have a VPN.
Right. Right. Right.
Even if their websites are banned in the country, people have VPNs and they could go around the law
Right.
and access the information.
Correct.
So the governments can't do much. The only thing which can work here is basically enough pressure on the corporations which are running the platforms
Correct.
to be more accountable.
Right. Right.
Like your Meta, like your Twitter, like
Facebook.
Facebook,
Also,
Meta is part of
yeah,
it, you know.
yeah.
So Google,
Right. Right.
all these. So there has to be enough people who can put pressure on these platforms, so they are responsible and accountable
Right.
of what is on their platforms. It's a very simple thing.
Correct.
If I come to your house and I stand your balcony
Right.
and I start abusing your neighbor,
Correct.
your neighbor is not going to talk to me next morning.
Okay.
He'll catch hold of you and say, your guest came who was abusing me last night and you are responsible. Because your balcony is the platform.
Right.
So the platforms are saying that we own the platform, but we are not responsible.
Okay.
That
Makes
is the
sense.
basic crisis of misinformation in the world.
Wonderful answer, sir. So to conclude it, how do you see AI in the future, and what are the challenges of it?
AI is already here.
Right.
It's not future thing now.
Right, right.
AI is when you open your Google search, there's an AI,
Gemini.
already.
Yeah.
Gemini is already there trying to
Right,
use. So
right.
AI is already here. It's in our lives. 69% of Indian companies
Okay.
say that they've already deployed AI.
Okay.
The problem with the AI is that now you cannot even trust a moving image. Earlier,
Okay.
a video you would you thought it could not be doctored. So whatever is in a video is basically could be the truth. But now even the videos are not truth. Earlier,
Right.
only the JPEGs could be altered.
Right.
Now
right.
videos can be altered by AI.
Right. Right.
So that is the problem. That's why the challenge is very big, and it's becoming bigger and bigger, because what the platforms are doing, they want more traffic on
Right,
their
right.
on their platforms. So they are not worried about what goes on the on the platform. So, and because of AI, now the traffic is increasing. Now the bots can, on an hourly basis, whatever is happening in the world, they can get that data
Right.
and turn it into an AI video and put it. So there's no human interference.
Right. Right.
So the bots can do it.
Correct. Correct.
All you have to do. So that's why the platforms are there. The challenges are basically to regulate, to put enough pressure on the platforms so they self-regulate.
Makes sense.
That is the only way it's going to work.
Right.
Otherwise, this whole thing, 10 years down the line, people will stop believing
Right.
anything which they watch. Like, right now, we are in a situation in India where people are not believing enough. 75% of people do not believe the media. These are research things. Okay. So same thing. Similarly, it will happen that 80% or 90% people will stop believing media or the online information ecosystem.
Right, sir. Very important answers, and I'm pretty sure the audience will gain much insight from these answers.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you very much for talking to me, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.